One thing I always appreciated about FreeWorld was the fact that, you know, they created such a community, and they used so many of the great players of the older generation, you know, in their band, you know, be it Herman or Calvin. You know, as a guitar player, I always gravitated towards the guitar players, you know, and Chuck was the you know, he was the main man, the boss dog of the boneyard, man. But and they'd have Calvin Newborn sit in with them, and Calvin, you know, is a jazz legend, a Memphis legend, and a you know, a hero. And to get him, you know, to be able to hang out with Calvin and see him play, or Herman, and listen to those cats on a regular basis, man, that's what Memphis is all about, you know. And that was real influential to me, you know, the idea of having a loose collective band, you know, from different generations, young cats, you know, older cats, you know, and that's kind of what the North Mississippi All-Stars aspired to be, and from our community in North Mississippi.
Put your monkey suit on.
He's gotta be something. I know Richard kept every name. He's got a chart like looks like Jethro Tull. There's actually I saw a chart one time of Jethro Tull. It was nuts. It was just like this, like a family tree, right, going down. FreeWorld's gotta have shit at least 10 drummers. I mean, there's gotta be 10 trumpeters. There's a gang of fools, man. It's wild.
Oh, yeah. Billy calls me and says, "Man, you gotta come down. It's Tuesday night. That was at the South End. You gotta come down. We got a bunch of guys playing, man. We got some killer bud. We're gonna, you know, we're just gonna play some tunes, man. We're just gonna jam. It's gonna be great, man. Just come on down, bring a keyboard, man. Come on, do it." You know, if you've ever met Willie, you know, he gets the thing going.
It's good.
Well, I should mention before I did that, I did ask him who else was playing, and he told me, well, Richard Cushing's playing, and I was like, I'll do Richard. You know, I'm still not sure I'm going to go yet, but then he says, yeah, Herman Green's going to play. I said, I'm there.
We needed someone in the band who would give us some instant credibility. We wanted somebody who would, you know, instead of us being a bunch of hippie college dudes, you know, we wanted somebody in the band who had some cred, you know. So we went one night, and I think it was myself and Willie and Clint, to King's Palace, which had just opened up, and Herman was the house band that was playing jazz, and we went to him and said, you know, hey, we're starting a band, and we would like you to be in the band. And he said, you know, I will do this, but you got to be serious about the music. It's like, you know, okay, that's what we're about.
Like I said, I was a straight-ahead jazz player when I met Richard and David. And actually, I brought in a lot of the straight-ahead jazz tunes, and then we converted them to different rhythms, all the way from Latin to funk, and some of it was like all blues, you know.
What's your first memory of ever seeing or hearing about FreeWorld?
Guitar players, man, are so loud, it's ridiculous. And then they don't have to breathe. and then they get all the applause, man. And they stand there, and it looks like they are just bashing the crap out of this guitar and having the time of their life, but they're just playing like this, you know, just barely touching the string. But oh yeah, I got it. So meanwhile, horn player, in order to get any kind of action like that, you know, out of your instrument, it takes like you got to clench your butt together, and you've got to like draw your toes up in your shoes and get the biggest breath you can get and blow your brains out to like veins are popping out of your head and everything else. And you're just forcing everything you can get out of the thing. And then there's no monitors, and you're playing against the voluminous guitar player who we got to let go last because he's going to play the longest solo.
And it's going to be the awesomest.
And it's going to be the awesomest solo, man. And he gets all the attention, and you're just standing over there mad and sore.
To me, FreeWorld is the most Memphis band that there is. Who else earned their soul in Soulsville? Stax. You know, they got the whole horn section from hell.
So I had this crazy bus, and we'd pack it up and go down to Oxford. I remember a couple times. It was all in the end.
Drove around, and you know, we welded a big cage in the back where the gear was in the back, and we took all the seats out and had, you know, couches and sofas and whatnot. And
there's that old couch from my old apartment that I got from Trey's car, and it smelled like cats.
And one day I pulled it into this stupid apartment complex.
There was some incident with a Volvo and something about the loss of a bumper off somebody's Grand National, and
I'm wiping out car after car after car trying to get out of this apartment complex at 3 in the morning. You know, I take a corner, go crunch, 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 crunch.
Was never actually legal and never had a license plate on it.
Ooh, we're going. Let's go.
We didn't really have the proper kind of brakes, and
and one day we drove back from Knoxville and the brakes went out. Great. So we're going down this mountain, no brakes, you know.
There were times, extended periods of time, that the master cylinder was out.
Remember the time we flipped the cube truck in Alabama?
There was no room for me in the cab of the truck. It was like a rental.
Sam.
Go down to Tuscaloosa with Sam.
We turned it around on that road.
So they put me in the back of the truck with the PA and all the gear.
We were in the back with the gear.
The truck is this way, you know, and I'm thinking, what? You know.
Redneck and we're stopped and with his truck, and you know, good old redneck ones from winch out. Hey man, you Yankees, you guys got yourself in a pickle. Huh? We were all flipped over in a ditch.
The door opens, and David drove the truck into a ditch on the way back from Tuscaloosa. So I suppose I'm lucky to be alive.
You guys are lucky you're not dead. You guys are lucky.
You opened it up like, oh my God, I hope I don't see him off that.
I did. I opened it up thinking, oh, we smushed back there. Oh no, there's gonna be brains.
What the hell are you guys doing up there?
Some people never
I used to get so fiercely angry at you on stage. I mean, there are few people.
It's another thing you're probably we've all had our moments with that. Sure.
No, I mean, did I fire you at one point? You have moved me to levels of anger that I didn't know were possible.
Yeah.
But you know, what can you say? Playing around with others since then, I mean, somebody's got to do the traffic direction in the FreeWorld Freak Show when it's happening live on stage. And just because you're the kind of guy that's going to do that, probably, in fact, definitely is the glue that's held it together for 25 years, without a doubt. Yeah. So, you know, tip of the hat.
I've become a vocalist. If you would have told me I'd be like a singer-songwriter type dude in side projects outside of this gig, like you'd have told me that 2 years ago, I would have like hit you in the face.
You never be down, that's what it's all about. You can't take me for granted, smile. Count the days I'll go, forget reaching my phone, because I promise I'll be gone for a while.
You know, like I said, the Memphis, the scene was so diverse. You know, you had punk bands, you had jazz bands, you had improv bands, you know, you had, Vibration Society, you know, you had Man with Gun Lives Here and Taint Skins, you know, all realms, you know, but we all mingled together, and it was really good, creative times, and they were a huge part of that and carry that tradition on, and that's what Memphis is all about, you know, it's just doing your own thing, and that's what FreeWorld, that's what they represent, you know.
Yeah. You can change all the fancy frills and whistles of the horns and the guitars, but to me what makes FreeWorld is you guys just have such a unique rhythm, and you know, it reminds me of James Jamerson kind of vibe. So what I've noticed is that even though the players may change, you know, different horn players and all that, when I come to a FreeWorld show, if I see you guys there, then I know kind of what the feel is going to be. So the first time we auditioned, I remember the very first song was Green Earrings by Steely Dan, and you guys were like, you know, let's test this chick, see if she knows what she's doing. And I was like, hit it!
Been up and down the road, playing in ghetto bars, honky tonks, you name it, frat houses, big concerts in front of thousands of people, and all points in between. And I feel really honored to have done all that with Herman.
I really changed his life around a lot. Cause I made him crazy.
When I produced them, they already had the songs were pretty much ready. What they do is they do it the way most bands should do it, which is they write enough material for a record, and then when they got enough material, they make a record. It's not like they get in and they go, well, we're gonna write half the record in the studio. No, that's not how they're actually. Richard Cushing won't be doing that, my friend. There's a certain amount of planning and focus to that band, which is why it's lasted as long as it has. Everything else is fine. You got the rest of it. I think you do almost have to rush the last note a tiny, tiny bit. Okay.
When you got a band that's that well, and going into rehearsal helped. We did a few arrangement changes and checking tempos and stuff like that. It seemed like we recorded everything on cassette to make sure we got the tempos clocked. But when you have a band like you guys were, it just makes it easier on that for us. We don't have to fight for every inch. We don't have to wonder if we're ever going to get this. And believe me, we have those moments when, are we going to get this?
Yeah, I mean, it allows you to be more creative too. I mean, when you're not constantly trying to figure out how to make it tighter or in tune, and you know, better.
Or get the drummer to come back down on the beat after the long ass fill he just played for the third time.
Yeah.
Like, how many gigs did you play this last year?
324 or something. Oh my God.
I think that, like, you know, anybody in marketing would say you're really oversaturating your market.
I would say.
But you defy that, and it's like, how do you do that? How do you play that many gigs in a 60-mile radius and people still continue to come out? Of course, the music's got to be amazing, and it is.
And then we'd go to Oxford. The other fun gig.
The Oxford gig.
Sid Harry's.
Oh my God, Sid Harry's.
It was like upstairs. And then I had
and we had to carry all that shit up this little narrow stairway. Only a body could fit, but we're carrying like these huge speakers up this thing and amp racks. It was rough. But once we got up there, you remember how it was rocking? It would rock so hard, the whole floor. With the people would be bouncing. You would think that the whole floor was going to break.
Crash. I thought the place was going to crash.
And go down to the first floor.
Speaking of cloudy heads, it's not partly cloudy at all. It's like fucked. I cannot remember the first time about. Back in those days, it was great.
What I've always liked about the logo and a T-shirt or the concept is that it doesn't so much necessarily denote a band. The concept of a free world, the concept of, you know, and during the course of all these years in the band, we've had people from Cuba, we've had people from Argentina, we've had Europeans, we've had males, we've had females, we've had Caucasians, we've had African Americans, we've had Latinos. The band, you know, and to take that free world idea and take it anywhere, you know, away from here to Europe, we've been to the Virgin Islands, to export the free world concept. And Memphis, you know, it's a great place to be from. Sometimes it's not the greatest place to be in, you know, because there's so much talent here and so much stuff going on, and it's easy to get sort of lost in the shuffle. And to get out, to take the Memphis vibe and the Memphis groove and what it is we do, and the combination of the soul and the jazz and the blues and the funk that we have been immersed in here all our lives, and infused with what it is we do and are, and then to take that somewhere else is beautiful.
There's just no end to this group. I don't foresee no end. I see it always gonna be fresh and do something different.
Ladies and gentlemen, Free World.
We're only here for a little while. Better make it mean something, better make it worthwhile. Let's share a smile with the people you meet. It'll make you feel better. Now start walking down the street of me. The days are long, but the nights are longer. What doesn't kill us only makes us stronger. So keep it positive and keep it real, yeah. Tell someone you love them, let them know just how you feel. Say, just keep smiling, 'cause I know your time in life is a crying. And just keep on trying, for there's nothing left to do but keep on smiling. I said nothing left to do but keep on smiling. My mama told me long ago, she said, son, you up here. Just keep smiling, 'cause you know your time in life is flying in. Just keep on trying, 'cause there's nothing left to do but keep on smiling. That's right, I keep smiling, 'cause I know my time on earth is flying by. I keep on trying, 'cause there's nothing left to do but keep on smiling. I said nothing left to do but keep on smiling, baby. You know nothing left to do but keep smiling. Nothing left to do but keep smiling. Oh yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Cody Dickinson here. I just want to say congratulations and happy anniversary to FreeWorld. So happy for you. The first time I saw you, I must have been 15 years old at the Overton Park Shell. Incredible then, incredible now. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. Right on, keep it going.
Put your monkey suit on. Take that tie off. Get a clean new automobile. Learn how to play golf. Oh yeah. Drive to work on that crowded freeway. Walk, talk, and act in that corporate way. Oh, put your monkey suit on. Put your monkey suit on. Put your monkey suit on. Go buy a new iPhone. Put your monkey suit on. Cut that hippie hair on.